What's good, everybody? Adrian Hunter from over here at Pipe Dream Hookah, and welcome to the Pipeline. Now, for anyone who doesn't already know, the Pipeline is this series that I kind of have in a beta phase while I'm testing out different ideas, but mostly this is just going to be a hookah news show, just kind of going over different things that happen within the hookah community and the hookah industry alike throughout the week. And for those of you who are curious as to why this wasn't uploaded 4 days ago on Friday of last week, well, I don't know if Friday's the best day to be uploading the Pipeline. I think I'm going to try to move it to Monday since so much stuff happens over the weekend. Specifically, that's when a lot of reviewers tend to actually drop their reviews. Now, that said, I'd like to go ahead and dive right in and start with some news on the Hookah Expo worldwide. For anyone who might not know, we actually had this expo last year, and last year was actually the first Hookah Expo that I think we've actually had here in the United States. Now, we do have TPE and different tobacco expos like that, but this expo is actually just based around hookah and hookah culture, so that's something very interesting that I would definitely recommend going to check out this year if you're able to get out to Las Vegas. Now, I'm not really sure who's going to be there in terms of vendors or different company owners or anything like that, or even YouTubers that might show up, but I know that Jake Jacobson of Starbuzz is actually helping John set the whole thing up, so I imagine that Starbuzz is going to be present at this expo. Now, what I do know and what I have for you guys today is going to be the date and the location of the expo this year. Here in 2008, the second Hookah Expo worldwide is going to take place at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and it's going to be happening on the weekend of August 4th and 5th for anyone who actually might want to attend this expo. Now, last year's expo went pretty well. There's a lot of coverage on YouTube that goes over some of the stuff that happened at the expo. If I can find any of it, I'll go ahead and link it in the description for you guys as usual. Now, here's something that's not quite brand new, but it is fairly new. It happened in the last couple weeks. One of my personal favorite brands, Tangiers, has just released 7 new flavors. Now, Tangiers hasn't really released anything in recent years. They've kind of been sticking to what they have, so this is kind of a big thing in the industry right now. A lot of people are going crazy over these new Tangiers flavors. For anyone who's interested in what these flavors might be, these 7 flavors we got are going to be the Midnight Orchard Apple, Blue Gumball, Papaya Sorbet, Guajava Kiss, I think that's how you pronounce that word, Tuscan Cantaloupe, 2005 Blueberry, which is very interesting. I think they're actually throwing back to the blueberry that they made back in 2005, which a lot of people were a pretty big fan of. And to top it off, we have the Optunia Pear. Optunia, I think, to quote John Littlejohn, I'm pretty sure Eric's making up words at this point, but it's going to be a pear flavor, so I'm pretty interested to try all of these out. Now, I do have a couple links down in the description below of some YouTubers, including John Littlejohn, who actually have had a chance to look into some of these flavors and give some of their feedback. I haven't personally tried any yet, but as soon as I do, you better believe I'm going to have reviews for you guys. Now, the last big topic I want to touch on this week before I go ahead and let you guys off the hook, obviously I'll give you some links to some of the reviews I've been pretty impressed with that came out over the last week as well, but the Ugly Hookah Tobacco brand, their owner Jim, has been receiving some complaints about the actual cut and the heat resistance of his tobacco. A lot of people, myself included, have been giving him feedback that, hey Jim, your tobacco seems to be too heat resistant. You know, you put a lot of heat on it, you can't get it burning quite to the temperature that you like it at, you're not really getting cloud output, and then all of a sudden you kind of hit this point where it just starts burning. There's really no in between, and this was a serious problem, and Jim has just released a new batch of Ugly, and I received 1.5 kilos myself, 6 different flavors, and I can tell you I've tried all of these flavors, and the problem seems to have been fixed. It's kind of like the old Ugly that I had a year or two ago that I really enjoyed. Orange Keef and the Lemon Mint. Those were a couple of flavors that I tried, and I was very impressed by them. And it seems like they're kind of returning to the quality that they had back at that point. Jim is still playing with stuff, but he's very good about getting back to the different customers and reviewers and people who are giving him feedback on his product and really working with the community to give you guys the best product he can. So I do want to give big props to Jim from over at Ugly Hookah Tobacco. Oh, and spoiler alert, I got 6 new Ugly flavors. You can expect a series on Ugly flavor reviews coming up shortly, probably in like a month here after I have them all written out. Now, before I let you go, I do want to just kind of point out some of the reviews that were dropped over the last week that I've been pretty impressed with, some stuff that I think you guys should probably know about. And to start with, I want to point out that Zach from over at Strictly Shisha, he's actually started vlogging. I think he just went out to California and he decided to do a vlog based around it. Now, he's only got 1 vlog out, and the reason for that is he actually got his laptop that he edits on wet, and it's sitting in rice right now. So I'm not really sure when he's going to be uploading again, but he actually has the next vlog edited. He just can't get to it until his laptop's working again. So I'll keep you guys updated on exactly what's happening with these Zach vlogs. Then we have Matt from over at the Matt Deason channel and the AM Hookah podcast. He actually just released his full review on the Phoenix HMD, I would definitely recommend going to check that out. I've talked about it briefly, just a little bit in the past, but I haven't done a full review on it. So if you want to know a lot about it, he does a pretty lengthy review on it. I'll leave a link to that in the description, as well as a link to all these other reviews that I'm talking about, and even more, because I can't name them all right now. Then we've got John Littlejohn Hookah releasing 2 videos. The one that I want to highlight is actually going to be on unglazed bowls. He kind of goes over what he does to season an unglazed bowl to a specific flavor that he really likes. I really enjoyed that video, and it's kind of off the beaten path of normal reviews, so I definitely check that one out. Oh, and I won't speak on it too much because I don't want to give it away. I just recommend going to check it out because everything that this gentleman does is outstanding. But Hookah Chef, after a pretty good amount of time not doing any reviews, just dropped a new review. There's obviously a link to that in the description. I go ahead and check that out because, like I said, Hookah Chef does an awesome job on almost every video he does, and I love that guy's editing. But yeah, if you guys are interested in checking those reviews out, there's going to be links in the description. There's going to be a few more links that I wasn't able to get to here. Now, judging by the amount of time that I've been recording for, it's probably time for me to wrap up this episode of The Pipeline. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week, and everybody, happy smoking.